first of all, I would like to ask the idea of making this film. Is it already from the beginning you want to mix a little bit with documentary and fiction?
Actually, it's not from the beginning because my beginning of this work is when I studied abroad in Germany, and somehow I have to do some, like a final thesis. But it's not that only reason, but somehow when you are abroad or you are far away from home, you try to like keep the distance closer to your home, at least to your mother or your father, something like that. And then I start to collect like such things like Skype, and then I just record like randomly, like didn't intend to make a film, just recording for personal reason. Or when she, because the time is different, like in Germany it's 5 hours later. So somehow when my mom wakes up, she's like send me a photo of the, like as you see in the film, like the married things or breakfast, food, whatever. So when I wake up, I know that she woke up and she alright. So it's more like the confirmation of existence of my mother, because she got sick for 10 years already somehow. And then one day that when she didn't send me a photo, so I think, okay, something happened, kind of. So I try to collect. And then one day when I come back to Bangkok, like 2 years after studying, but not finished yet, and my mom like asked me like, okay, do you want to visit dad? Because we didn't live like together. He lived in the south. We live in Bangkok.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, let's go. And I bring the camera, just a small camera, and didn't intend to make a film again. Just personal, yeah, just personal documentation, because I haven't met my dad for long. And then when I went there and I feel alienated. Somehow like you go to Germany, somehow when you like, oh, this is somewhere that you feel familiar but not exact familiar. So I just like, and we talk, like my dad, oh, how are you, where you study, blah blah blah, and I feel strange because it's a normal question. Like, oh, do you live in Berlin? I was in Berlin too, and that idea popped up because somehow you there's a lot of things that you never know about your parents before you were born. So I just start to like record. So you saw in the film too, like when he asked me, and I just like put the camera on my lap and then just put record button. And then when I know that he was once in Berlin, somehow when I came back to Bangkok, my mom just sent me an album. They just showed me the album of him, like before I was born, like the Berlin Wall still there. So it's made me like, there's an idea again, like, oh, there's a lot of things. I saw like my mom and my dad being together in like a couple, like so, like when they were young. And somehow I have the idea to kind of rewrite something from the history that I saw. Like you saw a photo of my mom and dad like hanging on the floor, like holding hands, something like that, and touched me somehow because now it's different. So the starting point, I want to make kind of documentary. I don't want to call it documentary. I just like write something from the photo. Somehow, like when I see the photo of my parents, I write like reenact with another actor or actress the same in the film. So there's two parts, like the fiction but from the photo, and then maybe I just like use the footage that I keep collecting. And I went to Singapore Film Lab, and then I got developed the project, and then I met Anosha. She's my mentor at that time, and we talked and we discussed, and okay, let's do this thing happen. But yeah, in the pre-production, when I'm casting, my mom just like passed away. So she got sick first, and then I stopped to do this project, and then I quit the project, and paused like I think many months. And then I went back to Germany, and then once again my friend from Bangkok, hey, we are like doing kind of short stories because I'm a writer too. So I write some short story. Yeah, and then this is the first time that I write a stories about, in the film, the fiction part, that the family went to the river and do the merit and spread the ash. And that's the first time that it kind of, I looking back to what's happened. So I call Anusha and then, okay, let's do the film again. I mean, the documentation part is still the same, but somehow the fiction part I turn into this event. They believe that, okay, the death will go to the heaven somehow. And it's kind of the ritual of my family. I think that when we are not the local people of this city, we just go there because of the name. Then when my grandmother or someone died, we went to this city. So somehow it's in the city that kind of something, yeah.
Okay.
On the river, the one with your mother's ashes and some plants and flower petals mixed in it. Is that it?
Yeah, it's flower. It's rose and some like nice smell flower.
Oh, but no ashes, no.
With ashes.
Okay, so quite like the Varanasi guys.
Yeah, like mixed.
India.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering, like from an ecological, practical perspective, where do all those little thingies eventually end up in? Like, is there a point of the river or the lake where all those just stay?
Just go.
And people, do they collect them, or do they?
No, I think people don't do it. But somehow it's kind of, how to say, more like a ritual that
it's
people,
tradition.
Tradition, like when someone dies, we spread into, I mean, not only river, but you can go to the sea or the ocean to depend on the family. Yeah.
But what I mean is specifically for that place, when you float things, eventually they'll end up somewhere. And so, is there a point in the river where all these little floaty things?
I think no, because the river will go to the
sea.
Oh, yeah.
One last question. Well, I think I want to congratulate you for doing such a personal film and yet acting so very universal feelings.
Thank you.
And one of that universal feeling I feel like as an Asian is, how does a filmmaker agree to, or rather make your family agree to be part of your film?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's my, how to say, trauma? Not trauma, but some, not trauma. Like it's kind of thing that you fight in your mind or your head, like should I do it, should I do not, should I do it, should I not. But somehow I think the most significant thing is you do it from, how to say, from the good intention.
How do you get your family to say, okay, you shoot me, okay, you feature me?
For example, for my mom, she, I don't know for others, Filmmaker family, but somehow she like used to camera, because I always film her. I mean, you can see from the film that she said, oh, film that, film those, blah, blah, blah. So somehow she's more into film. Even she doesn't know much, but she know everything that I did, even the dialogue she can, I mean, my video, whatever, she like keeps speaking like actress, because she remember everything, you know. But for my dad, it's different. Yes, as you asked, because he's like, we didn't live together. So, oh, you're a filmmaker? What's a filmmaker do? Then is there like a big company or a big like light, blah blah blah? But why you come just for 4 people? Is it film really? Something like that. So it's more like we didn't like officially talk like, okay, Dad, I will film you and you will be in the film. So it's more like, okay, I go to your house, hey Dad, I have a project. It's weird, but somehow, I don't know if it's an excuse to talk with your parents. It's kind of a reunion. I don't know if I use that as an excuse to talk with my dad. because I can say that if there are no film, if no this film, I don't know how can I go to talk with him or go to meet him. I mean, yeah, I can make a reason to go there, but somehow this film is kind of the, what is called, like the history, like before, because now, I mean, I'm 30, so it's more like the life history of before 30. I mean, when I finish this film, I think it's kind of done. And then I can just, okay, do whatever, continue, yeah.
When I watched the film and I love it more. And I have one question that how do you find the structure as we see it? Do you have a script at first, and is it how's it different from the script? Thank you.
Actually, because I'm not like the director that write the act, like I have no act at all. But as I told, I'm kind of writer, so somehow everything based on paper. I mean, I write, okay, scene one, a girl in the factory or mom in the factory. Sometimes I use the real, like it's just the translation from the footage that I have, and then I write or describe it. And then scene two, okay, maybe it should be some kind of fiction, so I just write another scene. So it's more like collage of script. And then the structure, I talk with Lee later, that okay, this is, I give him the script that I think it's kind of similar, but not the same. I mean, because I kind of edit in the script already, but the result is different. I mean, he put it in, he take it out. Actually, the fiction part is more than this. There's some other lie, but we agree that okay, let's not put it. For example, the last part of the video that you see, the sky thing and the photo of my mom and me. Actually, there's no part. This part it's just finished. Like my mom take a photo and it's done. But I and Lee said, okay, it's okay, but there's something like missing. So I asked him again, like, okay, I will go back to look through my external again. And then I found this folder, like a photo of my mom's photo and a recording of me and my mom, and I feel like, okay, maybe this is it. And then I try with Lee again, and then I put this sequence in the film, and I feel, okay, this is done for me. So somehow it's more random and structured in the same time. Yeah.
Thank you. How many times you appear in the film? Have you counted?
I think once. I mean, like the real face that I'm
in the beginning, in the mirror.
In the mirror. But people always think that there will be me more, but actually she's my sister because we look so alike. Even she's like younger than me a lot. Yeah, just once in the mirror.
So that, like you said, that in the end, the picture is your sister and your mother, or you and your mother. There's one you kissing, a girl kissing mother's cheek.
Me. Yeah, so it's the one.
So it's nice, okay.
Yeah, it's me.
So what about the choice of showing yourself in the mirror in the beginning?
I cannot remember why I put myself that short, but I think it's more like, for me, it's like pop thing, you know. It's like the shot that people in this era, like, okay, just take a photo of yourself in the mirror, just like a reflection to confirm something, blah, blah, blah. So it's more like, for me, it's kind of confirmation of this is me in the film. Even you know anyway that without myself, it's me, my film already, but this is how, okay, this is me in my 27 or 26. So it's like, okay, this is you before.
Thank you.
Actually, I have the idea, but it's not like really concrete or solid yet. But somehow, I try again to avoid personal thing I mean, I just want to challenge myself. How can I use like other material, not like me or I mean, film is your story, anyways. But somehow I don't want to put myself or kind of my close people in the film again. Yeah. So it's more fiction, I think.
Music, because I also find it quite fascinating the way you put the sound and the music in there. It's somehow very subtle, but also it builds up the dramatic version. Is it already you have something in mind and you musicians you want to work with, and how does that turn out in the film?
Actually, in the beginning, I talked with Anosha that I want no sound, but she said no. It's better with sound or like just the ambient kind of. So I talked with Titui, he's the composer and he's musician, and I think he did for Motel Miss too. So he's more like he's more like we talk like we don't I don't want to make it like a music, but it's more like a sound settle in the water or kind of heartbeat thing. So I just breathe it him like that, so it's come like okay, just the sound of like kind of you go into the river and the water, and you just focus on the dialogue on the boat, because somehow for me it's like it's boring too, but it's real. Like it's like you jump into the boat and you like didn't want to listen to other people, but the sound just come to your ears because you sit near them and the boat is so like small, so everyone can hear everything. So it's more like the sound that you didn't intend to listen, but it just comes to your ears. Yeah, and there's some sound design, like for example in the scene of the boat, like the last scene, like I mix everything. Yes, so I talked with the sound designer, and he suggests that okay, maybe we just do it not like music, but somehow the sound that gather the mood from the beginning to the end.
Thank you, Rose. I came as part. Did you get real monks? Because I noticed that the chant that they did was real. The monks. Are they real monks, or were they actors? Also, you recorded, or did they memorize the chant as taught by the monks?
Yeah. I mean, in the documentary part, it's the real monk.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but in the fiction, they are actor, like yeah,
okay.
and so they have to remember. Yeah.
Oh, they had to memorize. So
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
actors, the old monk and the young monk.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, did you have? I mean, that part where there was a 2-day-old monk, was that true? I mean, is that true?
Sorry?
You did have a boyfriend who had been 2 days in the monastery?
Yeah, it's like question everyone asks. I have no boyfriend that is a monk, but somehow it's a ritual that when someone dies, and then if you are son, you're supposed to be a monk for like 2 days to like like
Okay.
yeah, to
okay.
shave your hair,
I
to be
see.
a monk, and it's the belief that your mom or your parent will go to heaven because they can like they can bring you to the heaven. But it's just my question in the film that if I were born as a daughter, how can I make my mom to go to heaven? So you have to ask someone to be a monk for you. Yeah, because it happened to my family. I mean, we are not like, I mean, I'm not so religious, but somehow for the tradition, my friend of my sister, like, but they are happy to do it. Like some people happy to do it. So okay, that's kind of, at least we have someone to do it. Yeah.
You know, I like the part where you said that a person must have a sound mind when he dies. because that's a very important Buddhist teaching. So you did great there, because that's something that, you know, because you did that, because you wrote that, then it earns for you merits. Did you know that?
What?
It earned merits for you, because you spread, you know, a dharma. You spread teaching. That's a teaching. The one must have a sound mind at death. But then there's that part there. What comes after that? You know, when you said a person has to have a sound mind. The suffering. When you said that there's a difference between sadness and sorrow, I think what you meant with sorrow there is suffering. Like suffering is permanent, because suffering is one of the universal laws of existence as taught by the Buddha.
But I think this is kind of tricky too, because it's the burden of language. I mean, like Thai, there's another like
Yes.
meaning, but I try hard to like, what should I translate to English or like universal word. And then even we finish the translation, a lot of friends like, really? Maybe it could be suffering or sorrow also. Yeah, there's a lot of like words that you use, but yeah. I think for me, sorrow is like nice to hear. So
But I think, you know, it could have been, I mean, it would have been very correct had you said suffering. And to me, when you said sorrow there, it came to me that you were referring to suffering, because that is what is permanent. But sadness is temporary.
Don't
But
argue
still,
with
it's good.
Right.
Sorry, one more to put fictionalized movements. Because I was fascinated that you gave a moment of grief for your aunt, and then a moment of grief for yourself, but not quite a moment of grief for I'm not sure if it was your sister or the young teen girl. She was only given a moment of dancing, but she wasn't given any moment of emotional reckoning with what has happened. So what guided your decisions, which people to make into characters?
Because the intention of the fiction part is only one day, and then I just want to capture like a one-day moment. So somehow, and I think it's more, for me, it's more like in the film, like when you're sad, how can you express? I mean, it's depend on people. Like maybe I'm just crying hard for 1 hour, and then after that I done. Or the girl in the film, maybe she's just young and she doesn't know how to react, or okay, my life go on, but maybe she go back to cry. Or even the aunt in the massage room, she just immediately cried out without any plan to talk or discuss in grief. So I just want to like, okay, maybe there's a lot of, how to say, possibility to be sad. Yeah. But I didn't like, okay, everyone should cry or something like